Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you for coming back this week. Guys, let's talk about the greatest love of all. Yes, the greatest love of all. You know, some of you probably saying to yourself, I know what the greatest love of all is, but there may be someone out there that doesn't know, and I just want to break it down in detail about this greater love for all that we all need. We all need this, guys. So coming up, let's just talk about it. Let's talk about this well-needed thing, the greatest love of all. Hi guys, thank you for coming back to my channel. I appreciate all of you guys coming back, joining me each week. And if you're first time, please hit that subscribe button and support my channel. Appreciate it. And if you're returning, I definitely appreciate you coming back every week, guys, watching my videos. I truly appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. So let's talk about this thing, the greatest love of all. You know, the greatest love of all. Nope, I'm not going to sing it. I can't sing. One thing I can't sing, so I'm not going to sing. So guys, the greatest love of all is learning to love yourself. Love yourself. You know, sometimes people, they buy clothes, shoes, expensive purses, expensive tennis shoes, and they get the tennis shoes and all the expensive stuff, and it's like a quick fix. And they're like, okay, well, I have to go out and get more and more stuff because you feel like you got to have more to be happy. But happiness comes within learning to love yourself, guys. You got to learn to love yourself. And sometimes people buy cars and stuff to be happy. They drive it for a while and they're like, oh, shoot, it's just like any other car, you know? Or they buy a house and then you get in the house and then you don't want the house, or the house is not what you want. It's because you gotta fall in love with yourself. Learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all, guys. It's the greatest love of all. Say to yourself, I'm worthy, I am lovable, and I am enough. So you have to say these things to yourself and fall in love with yourself. So when you fall in love with yourself, you can radiate out, you know, love. And love always will come back to you. But you got to start with loving yourself. And buying stuff that you think is going to make you happy, that's just a quick fix. Then you end up having all of these purses, you have all these tennis shoes, you have all these coats, and you have all of the car, and then, you know, you don't really want the car. And then you study, like, trying to get more and more, trying to be happy. So learning to love yourself, guys, is the greatest love of all. And that's not it. Another thing, too, we have to love our gut, what we eat, what we put in it. Okay? You have to watch what you're eating, because that's the thing, too. Loving yourself starts with the gut, what you're eating. You know, so many fast foods. You eat a lot of, you say fast food, sweets. It's another thing. Processed food, fried food. You know, and, you know, drinking alcohol. Drinking too much alcohol is not really loving yourself. You gotta pay attention to what you put in your body, too, into your gut. Because that's where a lot of diseases start from, is what you are eating. Always watch what you're eating. Stay away from sweets. Stay away from trans fats, sodium, saturated fats. And look at the ingredients on the bag, the cholesterol. Like, always look at the cholesterol. Look at those ingredients. Just make sure you get good. When you buy stuff, look at the ingredients on the bag and see how much trans fat, how much cholesterol, how much sodium, how much saturated fat. You know? And we all know that fried foods is pretty much the best, but you know, you have to love yourself enough and say, no, I'm not going to eat this stuff. You got to love yourself enough and say, you know what, I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to drink every night. I'm not going to drink every day. You know, I'm not going to, you know, just binge on alcohol. That's all part of loving yourself. Learning to love yourself is the greatest thing of all. It's the greatest love of all. That's what it is, the greatest love of all, guys. So watch what you're eating, the fast foods, the sweets, the processed food, the fried foods, and get good with looking at the ingredients on everything that you buy. Get good at just turning it over and looking at every single thing that you buy, guys. Because all the ingredients are there. Everything is there. But a lot of times people don't pay attention. And sometimes we binge and watching TV, and you want to eat some ice cream, then you go get another bowl of ice cream, you want some potato chips, cookies, all this processed food. Sandwiches, a lot of processed food. So we have to start paying attention to what we put in our gut too. Not only we sit there and love ourselves by learning to love ourselves, saying I'm lovable, I'm enough, I'm worthy, but it's also start with that gut health. That gut health, we have to pay attention to that gut health. And once you do that, you're almost there. You're almost there. Pay attention to your gut health. And one other thing, guys, I want to tell you too is exercising. Exercise is another good thing. Learning to love yourself is exercising. Just walking is a good thing. Sitting down, just doing some twists in your chair. If you can't get up, just twists in your chair, but make sure you check with your doctor first before you do any type of exercise. But exercising is really good. That's all has to do with learning to love yourself. All of these diseases does start with learning to love yourself. And starting in the stomach, where it comes in at what we eat, what we choose to eat. So you have to choose to try to eat good, healthy foods. And the most greatest thing of all too, watching what you put in your body and looking at the labels, the ingredients on the back. Because it'd be a lot of saturated fat, a lot of sodium, I see a lot of food with a lot of sodium in it. And lots of sodium causes high blood pressure. Trans fat, saturated fats cause cholesterol, the fat in our body. So we have to continue to just say loving yourself is loving your whole body. Loving your whole body. Love yourself so much that you do these things, because that is the greatest love of all, is loving and learning to love yourself. And it starts with everything. Starting with you think, because what you think, that's what happens. The things that you think and you focus on, they come true. And also think good, positive things. I'm lovable, I'm enough, I am worthy. And also, like I said, the gut is another thing, your stomach. That's where all the diseases come in at. From what you do, what you're ingesting in your body. And then exercise. And guys, if you do that, that's the greatest love of all. And I heard that song about Whitney Houston, about, I believe the children are future, all of that too. But I didn't know what she was talking about, what she was saying about the children, giving them confidence and, giving good affirmations and stuff like that. But I didn't really focus on the whole thing about learning to love yourself, learning to love your whole body. And that's what everything you do with your body. Good sleep, nice thing to do. Getting the right amount of sleep, 7 hours of sleep if you can. And now I don't even put my cell phone in my room anymore, because I know that if my cell phone in my room, if it dings or if it whatever, I'm going to pick it up. But what I do, I have it in the kitchen somewhere where I can hear it if my phone does ring, but I don't put it by my bed anymore. I take the phone completely out of my room. So when you go in your room, you go in there, you rest, you get rest. Learn to just relax and, love yourself. Because that's the greatest love of all, is learning to love yourself and doing all these things that follows learning to love yourself. It's just not just one thing, guys. A lot of people think it's just one thing, but no, it's the whole thing. And the most important is what you think and what you put in your body. What you put in your body, what you're eating. Okay? So Make sure that you learning to love yourself and do all these things, and then you live really, pretty much long life and healthy life if you do this. Because it starts with you. It starts with you. It started with me, and I'm making a change. And you guys, if you're out there watching this video, make a change too. Make a change. Learn to love yourself, because it is the greatest love of all. Learning to love yourself. And if you love yourself, guess what? Your body will love you back. That's the great thing about it. It'll love you back. If you don't put fast food in your diet, eating fast food all the time. Cook some good old healthy meals at home. Eating so much sweets. That's another thing that, this country is so much addicted to sweets. And so you have to try not to eat so much sweets. Probably just eat sweets on the weekend. I have my daughter now, she only eats sweets on the weekend. I don't really care for sweets anymore. I had combat that thing, and I don't really care for sweets anymore. But I don't just send my daughter just not eat sweets, because I don't want her to be deprived of sweets, but I only give it to her on the weekend. And if you, having a hard time with sweets, just try just having it on the weekend. Try to eat sweets just on the weekend and see how you will feel. Not every night, every day. Love yourself. And please, please, please share this video, because I know somebody out there really need to hear this. They really need to hear this, because learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. Learning to love yourself. And if you do these things, you'll be very centered. Getting some sleep, exercise, and eating right, and thinking right. If you do that, guys, you'll be unstoppable. Unstoppable. So if you like my video this day, do share my video. I appreciate that. And like I said, if you first time here watching my channel, please subscribe, support my channel. I appreciate that. And guys, have a blessed week. And please, please remember, the greatest love of all is learning to love yourself. Okay? So have a great week, guys. And I'll see you next week. Okay? Peace out, guys.